Alright, so tomorrow is the launch event for Boostpoint, and I'm starting to get a little nervous, just a little bit. In my mind, I see it going three possible ways. I'll start with the best possible way first, which is present it, launch the company, present the idea of the company and the product. People are so enthused, it's like, I need that today, I want to do it today. Best option, really hope that happens. Second is like a cool idea, but you know, what I'm doing okay is all right now, and I'll maybe get around to it sometime. Number three, people are just like, okay, that really fell flat and I feel bad for you. I really hope that doesn't happen. If that happens, it's probably just back to the drawing board then. The other thing that makes me quite nervous is like where Boostpoint is at right now. Like, okay, it's at the place where it's kind of working, but it's not polished yet. Like, it's not ready to go. We're presenting it in front of all of these people and just kind of crossing our fingers. I mean, we still have control of who actually, we allowed to sign up for it, but yeah, so that definitely is making Jared and I both a little nervous. I mean, Jared's been working as fast as possible to get it to the place where we can get the first dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen users on it, but this stuff you can't force, you can't rush it. It takes a lot of time. So we are crossing our fingers. And in the middle of all this too, we are getting the company itself, the LLC, all structured and in place. We're right in the middle of creating the operating agreement and making sure that aligns well with what we have with the vision for Boostpoint. So in the middle of setting up all just like the business stuff that doesn't really have much to do with how people will interact with it or not, but that takes a lot of effort as well and is really important. Well, it's the morning of our launch. Let's do this thing. Grab a coffee here in the city before I head to New Holland and get ready for the event. I don't know, as of now, I feel really good, not that nervous. I think it's gonna go great. We have 99% of our seats filled, so we'll see how many of those people actually turn up. Let's do this. Well, that's a wrap. I think now the work has just started. That's what I'm realizing. And I knew that was the way it was gonna be, but I think we're gonna come away with our first couple customers. It seemed like a good reception. I was super amped and excited while I was presenting, and I know I could have done better, but you can always do better in these things. But glad that's over. Now let's get some work done. Headed back home, catching dinner with Loretta out tonight, and so looking forward to that, and had a little bit of time to process now after our launch event, and I still think it went really good. Again, there's things I'd of course do differently and a little bit better. The biggest thing for me was the turnout. I mean, we pretty much had a full house, which was awesome, but I think the big thing now is the follow-up to see following up with each person that was there and seeing if it was actually something that they'll see as valuable, just the content itself, and possibly Boostpoint the product as well. There's already a couple people that responded and said they want to sign up and give it a try. So right now is when the work happens. I feel a little bit scrambled and just running around to make things happen. but I have a feeling that's gonna be life for the next little while. Just today is also reminding me a little bit about something I've definitely learned a lot this year is the process, like enjoying and embracing the process, not just the destination, because you could have looked like, okay, we're planning for this event for a couple weeks, the launch event, and then you kind of expect this like destination or this magical place to like be once you release it and everyone comes, where I started looking at it more just like it's the process. Like you actually never like just arrive, but it's all about being in the moment, getting the best out of each moment, and getting ready for the next thing. Oh, and if anyone is watching this that was at the event, thank you so much for coming out. Appreciate the support. It's gonna be great. Well, today was a full day at the Equipter office. We were shooting video. Just a second. We were shooting a manufacturing video at our facility with the Premise Studio, Jeremy Hess at Premise Studio. And that went really well. Looking forward to see what comes from that. Also kind of busy just trying to follow up with the initial people that were interested in Boostpoint from the launch event yesterday. So onboarding a couple people. I think my lens is dirty. And right now trying to fix my heat pump. I'm not really good at this stuff, but I think I can figure it out. There was a fuse that was blown. Oh, speaking of fuse, I think I left the fuse downstairs. Is it in my pocket? No, it's not. I hate this stuff. I went and got a... Oh, there it is. Bingo. Got a Nest thermostat the other day. I was trying to hook it up yesterday and didn't quite work. Ended up blowing a fuse. Right after the event yesterday, I started feeling a cold coming on, so been dealing with that today as well. Still seems off. There we go. But I think a good night's sleep will help me kick that. I did have a couple good conversations. Whoa. Okay. It's running again. But the problem is it's not supposed to be running right now. I have the fan turned off down the thermostat. I promise this is not a tutorial on how to fix your heat pump. Alright, gonna go have to check this out by the thermostat. But yeah, had a couple good conversations today, or one. I forget how many. It was such a crazy day. At least one conversation today with someone that's been interested in Boostpoint for a while. It's a retail store, which is a little bit different of an audience than I was initially like building it for. And that's what I'm seeing right off the bat. There's going to be a lot of diversity of interest. Like, I'm definitely building it for service companies first. But I'm also seeing that it does have a lot of other applications, and I don't want to pivot at this point to like really change the focus of it, but I do see that there's enough of similarity there to where it will actually provide great value to even other types of companies. So I want to put in enough of effort to actually give that a shot, but try not to get too diverse and too off track from the initial features and visions we had for it. Okay, so I replaced the fuse, so that's good. No blown fuse anymore. But now the fan just doesn't turn off. So it's working, but it's always working, even when I turn the switch off. If there's any electricians out there watching this, I'll trade you for 6 months of Boostpoint usage if you help me come fix my heat pump. And look at that wired mess. And those are live wires, so I'm not gonna dig in there and touch that. I guess this is why they give you the option to hire a Nest Pro to install their thermostat. This is me giving up. Not on Boostpoint, on my thermostat. I've been messing around with it for the last 2 hours, and unless I turn the breaker off or take the fuse out, the fan does not stop running. I even tried hooking up my old thermostat to it. I can't get the thing to turn off. So I'm gonna get Loretta to call our heating company tomorrow and get her to tell them what an idiot husband she has, that they need to come fix her heating system that he broke. You know that funny feeling you get when you're just about to do something that you know you probably shouldn't, and that you should probably call an expert? Next time, call an expert. I'm just kind of blown away again this week, the insane potential, especially with the Facebook platform, Facebook and Instagram, with the ads platform. I'm just digging into the platforms myself, just advertising Boostpoint. Like with our launch event, literally, I don't think we would have had anyone there if we wouldn't have done some ads on Facebook. And I mean, it was hardly even a couple $100 that we spent, and we filled the room. And I'm just seeing, it doesn't matter if you're a roofer or a software company like us, or like these are the platforms that you can spend the least amount of money and actually get real results for. It's so powerful, which just gets me even more excited about what we're working on right now. Like, I really believe these channels are the best places for local companies to be advertising on. So that's it for this week. Gonna grab a little bit of coffee here, finish up some work, then the weekend. See you next week.